Really strong? Don't know me running this morning. You bring a sign that says Boots Owen and hold it like this.
Well, I need to make that sign for all of my like 600 subscribers. Welcome back to the workshop. As you've just seen, Owen, that's Boots Owen, his channel, and Andrew Lee, I'll give a link to his channel as well. Two local friendly YouTubers just came to help me out shifting some of the last bits of bodywork off the scrapper onto the car they're going to live on. And as you can tell by the state of my face, I've been doing some cleaning up on that car, getting the last bits of prep done so that the sill panels, the outer sill panels, can go across as well. I've already moved across the winglets from here. They're fitted to the car, the bonnet's on. So this car is, I mean, not quite ready to be scrapped. There's still a lot of stuff I want to take off it, but it's getting there. Let's go have a look at the other car. So per everyone's advice, I've been taking the rust back down to bare metal as far as possible. Some awkward shapes in there, but using a combination of using the wire wheel to get it back down to, or get rid of all the loose stuff, then going over with flap wheel, actually using the finger sander as well. I've managed to get most of that back down to bare metal. There's some bits you can't quite get in there, but I'm hoping rust converter will do its thing if there's no sort of flakes or really sort of nasty black bits. Those have largely gone. Bonnet's on, as you can tell, there's a lot of fettling to do. I mean, look at the panel gaps. A lot of work to do there to get that all aligned and get it all neat and tidy. So yeah, work in progress. Does just about fit. I can just about close it, and if I open it up, which I can just about do with one hand, gas struts kick in once it gets about halfway up. You can see we've got the winglets on as well. Again, some work to do. I mean, look at those panel gaps. Lots of fettling, albeit this is not the final door. I might try and get the door swapped over today. So that's one more thing off the car, and we can strip these doors down, take the good bits off, and sell those on as well. So yeah, good progress really, good progress today. Want to get some paint. I've got some more cleaning up to do here, I think. Actually, I've done the cleaning up there, brilliant. I've just got paint to go on the front of the two sills, and then the sill panels can go on. While I'm waiting for paint to dry on the sills, I'm starting to think about what else I want to strip off this car. Obviously, I think I'll keep the front sort of subframe. That might be useful in the future. Means I can get things like, I can, if I'm refurbishing one of the other cars, I can send this off, get it, cleaned up and powder coated, and then, when I pull this car off the road, I've got all the parts ready to swap over for fresh ones. So worth keeping some parts like that. I'm definitely going to keep the front valance, which I've just stuck up there for now. That's rather nicer than the one on there, so at some point I'll get that shot blasted. But also thinking about things like this washer bottle. The washer bottle on this car, for some reason, is in a much better position, a much neater position than on my car. Let me show you. And basically what I'm thinking is, can I take this off here and put it on mine? There's no bracket. The bracket doesn't exist, but there's nothing to say I couldn't put one on there. So you see that one's there. And over on this car, it's up front here. It's big, it's ugly, it's in the way. Oh, it's not in the way, but it would look an awful lot prettier with it tucked away behind there. And obviously I've got the bracket where my heater pump thing used to fit. There's nothing to say I couldn't basically repurpose this bracket to hold that washer bottle. So let's get that washer bottle off over there and see if I can test fit it. Well, that was a rabbit hole I didn't expect to fall into, but it kind of needed doing at some point. So I still had brackets in from the old power steering pump mount, the old heater mount, and the original bracket for the water solenoid valve, the heating solenoid valve, and I've cut them all out, and I've peeled back the sort of sound deadening carpet. I might get rid of that altogether, to be honest. Yes, there'll be more NVH, but I might put sound deadening on the back side instead. It just looks a lot cleaner, and I've been watching too much Salvage to Savage. So especially if I cut these little screw heads off here as well, it'll just look an awful lot nicer. All this painted black, all that nice and clean. So yeah, I'll need to take these pipes off to get the rest of this sound deadening off, and I'll take it off anyway to clean and paint all this. But does that now create some space? So I've scraped these pipes a few times. Let's see if it fits. So loads of room. I mean, loads is perhaps an exaggeration, but if I transplant the brackets over from the other car, we can sit that in there quite nicely. There's a little bit of a, okay, yeah, if it sits at an angle like that, then there's plenty of clearance. I think it does sit at an angle like that. Does need a damn good clear out though. I tell you what, it stank when I emptied it. That's clearly been sat for a very long time, so I'll get some sand or something in there, some bleach, and give it a good shake around and clean that out properly. There we go, paint dry enough to put the side skirts on. Door doesn't shut very easily at the moment, but we can fix that. So just got one more door to swap over from the scrapper, and then I need to strip the rest of the bits I want out. And we've pretty much got all the right body parts on the right car. There is a lot of fettling to do. A lot. I mean, it's going to look awesome, but there is a lot of fettling to do. So yeah, that'll be a process. Look at it though. It's going to be wicked. That's it for this slightly random episode then. I warned you some of these would be coming up. I'm just ploughing into whatever I feel like, whatever needs doing with that deadline in mind. Can I get this car on the road, painted by my birthday, April 2023? It's going to take a lot more days like this, just running at stuff, pulling in help, just getting things done basically. JFDI, as they used to say in startup land. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this. Please do like and subscribe, share it around, leave me your comments. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I'm doing right, but if it's tell me what I'm doing wrong, please do it nicely. I've got a very thin skin. Bye bye.